Okay, you've been approved to sell your work on wedzu and you've set up your store. So this video will show you how to add your first product. So let's click on the dashboard link. Now you'll see that one of the options on the left is called products. Go ahead and click on that. So you'll see that it says you don't have any products yet. To fix that, I'm going to click on add your first product. Okay, so the first thing I want to do here is name my item. For this example, I'm going to sell some earrings. Okay, so now I want to add a description of the product, and you can see that there are some hints on the right-hand side about how to insert links and use bold and italic text. But for this demo, I'm just going to type a really simple description. And now I click Save and Continue. The next tab you'll see is the Media tab. This is where you can add your product images or videos. I don't have a video for these earrings, but here is where you could paste in a URL from a YouTube, Vimeo, Flickr, and so on. And don't forget to add a caption to the video. I'm going to add an image, so I just click on the Image tab and then choose the file. These can be JPEGs or PNGs, and you really want them to be beautiful images about 1,000 pixels wide, so we can use them throughout the site for promotional purposes. So I'll just pick my images and click Upload. And once it uploads, you can see that I just click below it to add a caption by clicking Edit. And for this example, I'm just going to add 2 images. But the more images you add, the more interested your customer will be in the item, so it's really important to add as many as you can. Keep in mind that you can drag and drop the images once they're uploaded. So if I don't like this order, I'll just rearrange them like so. And just remember that the first image will show up on the main store page. So now that I'm happy with this order, I'll just click Save and Continue. Now we move on to the inventory. Every product can have an option, a SKU, a quantity, restock level, and of course price. In this example, I don't have different options, but let's say I were selling bridesmaids dresses that come in different sizes. Then I would want to enter small, medium, large, and so on. If you don't have different options for the product, you can just repeat the name of the product here. I'll enter a SKU now. This is really for your benefit, since it can help you keep track of a lot of inventory. So enter a different code or number for each item. I'll enter ESS01. I'll enter the number of these hoops that I have, and I made 10 sets, so I'll put 10 in the quantity box. And then I'll put 2 in the restock box. This means that when there are only 2 sets of these earrings available, I'll get an email notification. Finally, I'll add my price. If you have any questions about the inventory requirements, you can just mouse over the boxes and you'll get a recap of this information. So now just click Add. And you can always come back and add any of this info to the product. For example, let's say that these are now available in 14 karat gold fill. I can just add that option and a different SKU, quantity and restock level, price. And this is a really nice feature since you can list both prices on one page. So let's move on to our next tab. So here we can enter our shipping information. The first option asks you if this item is even shippable. So if your product is a virtual product like a PDF, you can just unclick this option. Next, we're going to add our shipping classes. Shipping classes are set rates that you only have to create once. You'll see that I have already created one called First Class, and now I'll create one called Priority. Next, you'll enter the destinations where you will ship this product. So I'll start with the US and I'll add my rates. And as I mentioned, you only have to create your classes once. So I'll just go ahead and click where it says use this class. I could also use the first class option that I created earlier. Next, you add your turnaround time. So here where it says ships in, I'm going to put 5 business days. This is really helpful for your customers, especially since most of them are planning a wedding and they're working with a timeline. Okay, so that's it for the shipping tab. I'll click Save and Continue and move on to the Organize tab. The first thing I do is designate the main category. Since I'm using earrings as an example, I'm going to click the Jewelry category. Or if this were a custom request for a particular shopper, I could put the listing in the Reserved category. The Reserved category is made just for custom orders. Then I'll choose my subcategory, which is earrings. And now I'll place my earrings in a set. Sets are a great way for you to organize your store. I'll create a set called earrings. I could also create sets like reserved or custom or sale, whatever helps you and your customer navigate your store easily. Next, I'll go ahead and add some tags. You can enter your tags all at once by just separating them with spaces. If you want to use a multi-worded tag, like sterling silver, just put the words in quotes. Just add those and press save and continue when you're done tagging. And now you'll see an overview screen, and at this point you could click publish to add this to your store, but you'll notice that you could also add facts, specs, and assets. Facts can be really useful for your customers, and they can save you time if you have a lot of repeat questions. So for example, I'll add the question, can you make these earrings smaller? And I'll type an answer, yes, I can make custom versions of these earrings. You could also add an image or a video to a fact. So let's move on to specs. Here's where I'll make sure to convey the size and material and any other details about my product. I'll go ahead and click save and continue. And let's move on to assets. Assets are files your customers can download. So if I were selling a lot of rings, for example, I could upload a file with ring sizing information, or let's say I was a graphic designer and I have a file about my print sizing or paper types. I would want to upload that info. But I actually don't have any assets for these earrings, so I'll just skip this. So now I'm back at the overview screen, and I'm going to look everything over and make sure it looks good, and it does. So I'll go ahead and click publish. And now that you've published this product, you could have the option of deleting it or retiring it. So let me just show you that you can scroll down to the bottom and click delete product if you don't want to see it again. Maybe it was a one-of-a-kind item or it's discontinued. Anyway, it will be gone for good. But if you think you might make this product in the future, just scroll up and click retire it. This is a nice option since it won't completely delete the item, but clicking it means the product won't show up in your store. So now I'll just click on my store up at the top. And there you see my first product. And you can notice the options I added, like the gold fill version. And down at the bottom we have the description, specs, facts. You can see my tags. So that's it. That's how you add your products to Wedzu.